Okay, so this is just a really quick test to see how the recording and video sample rates all look with OBS recording, hopefully for YouTube. So I'm going to just really quick go through my Skyrim mod list because it seems like a good place to start, test stuff out, see what stuff looks like. Okay, so first thing it wants me to update. I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so just to cover everything, I am doing Skyrim Special Edition mods. I'm using the Nexus mod manager to do this. I used to use Mod Organizer 2, which was great, and I really enjoyed using that program, but unfortunately it's not supported for Skyrim Special Edition. So like many others, I'm using Nexus mod manager, which so far has been fine. I haven't had too much trouble with it. It's a little bit weird and slow, and I really miss the file virtualization that existed for Mod Organizer, but it's fairly easy to get around that. So I have, it looks like, about 88 mods. Some of these are being severely overwritten. They're probably unnecessary and I could take them out. Actually, I probably should. It would look better. I think stuff like Superior Rocks here. I am now using Fuchsia's Mountains to replace those, which is this file here. So a lot of these, could be parsed down probably to something like 80. Also Gecko's mountain textures. I tried out a lot of mountain textures and just overwrote them. It's one of the problems with NMMM. But so I think I have a lot of the essential mods. I mostly followed the Skyrim Septim modding guide after I'd kind of gotten my base and to get an idea about what other people are using and recommend. It's a really good guide. The author is on top of making sure that what the mods he's recommending are still compatible or working correctly in Skyrim Special Edition. So I'm just going to go over some highlights. There is some stuff here that I grabbed from Old Rim. So for instance, Book of Silence. This is the texture pack for armors that is directly from Old Rim. But there's also Bellyache's animal creature packs. There's a lot of other stuff that has been updated. For instance, Bijan's character overhaul females. These are the SE version. I of course got stuff like Embers HD. It's all well and good. What else is I'm using ELE for lighting on top of Vivid Weathers. I didn't used to use. I was taking it on and off the mod list for a long time. But since adding in a good ENB, I found that this is actually really beneficial to the overall visual quality of the game. There were problems with reshaders initially, and that is why it was going on and off, because I was having problems. I was using re-engaged reshade, and that was problematic, but it's gotten a lot better now that I'm using a proper ENB and not a reshade. So JK's, this stuff works great now. His Riverwood and Whiterun overhaul, these are awesome, and they were basically, for me at least, I have a decent computer, but they were unusable in Old Rim just because of the FPS hit. But with the 64-bit engine on Skyrim Special Edition, they work really well. So really happy to have these in here. I just added realistic aspen trees yesterday. Really like this mod. It did not used to work for me so much before because I was messing with my trees too much on Old Rim, but works great now that I'm just using, let's see if I can find it, trees only. SFO's trees only there. Trees only version. So this is just SFO, Skyrim Floral Overhaul, but it is just the trees version. So much more simple tree setup. I'm not messing around with a lot of different types of trees. I can just overwrite with realistic aspen trees. SMIM updated recently. I'm using a lot of Fuchsia's texture landscapes overhauls. This is mostly sitting on top of Skyland and Noble Skyrim. If you're curious about what sort of landscape textures or major texture overhauls I'm using in my load order, this is it. What else we got? More character overhaul stuff. I'm using the Witcher 3 music just because I really love the soundtrack. I think it's better than the Skyrim one. Verdant is in here. Verdant with the newer version with the patch for Realistic Waters, which I'm also using. Vivid Weathers, I'm using this in combination with True Storms as well. So I have the True Storms patch. I haven't had problems with this, but I'm always kind of on the lookout. It always puts me on a little bit on edge, just patching these two. Wet and Cold, this hasn't been working great at all for me. Not sure why, but haven't gotten everything out of it that I used to get in Old Rim. Anything else here? The rustic collection is great. Realistic ragdolls and force. Yeah, there's some animation stuff, but that's pretty much it, actually. I really haven't gotten any animations at all. Mostly texture overhauls, because this is the easiest stuff to sort of get going. Character overhauls, and then of course landscapes, environments, so grass, water, mountains, those sort of things I've put a lot of attention into to making them work. Plugins, in terms of the loader, mostly used as a guide. I haven't used Loot, I've used the Septum guide primarily. And what he's been doing to sort of give me a good idea about how I want to manually organize these. Some of the stuff here is not in his guide, so like the character creation overhauls, I've just put these after Wiko. Not sure if that's entirely right, but I did look through a lot of this stuff in SSE Edit to make sure I wasn't overriding anything really important or losing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I have a merge patch. This has, I think, yeah, nothing crazy. It has just some character edits, record edits to make Bijan and Wiko work well together. And I guess immersive sounds. I'm not sure what's changed here. And then my bash patch, which has only 37 records. These are all leveled lists, stuff that I don't do a lot of item overhauls or anything like that. Like gameplay overhauls, I'm more into the visuals, so really not a lot, but I think it's a good idea of a bash patch. So let's see if we can jump into the game. Oh, last thing, the EMB I am using is Rudy's EMB, which was released a couple days ago, and really happy that it came out because I was worried the EMBs weren't going to work very well, or that we'd be using reshaders forever. But I was very happy to see that the EMB binary 3.310, right, actually has more features than people have been giving it credit for, and Rudy's EMB remains really good. It's my second favorite EMB ever, besides Aeon, the Aeon NLVA version. So we'll see if NLVA ever gets into Skyrim Special Edition. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. And whether Aeon will absorb that. But what we're going to launch into is, yeah, Rudy with these overhauls. So it's going to be black screen because the EMBs take a little bit longer to jump into now. There is a problem with this EMB in terms of the lighting, which I will show you. You'll see. It's very evident and apparent when we jump into a game. But we're just going to do a alternate start new game. And okay, so the characters look really good. I'm really happy with the characters. I spent quite a bit of time getting the load order right on those. I always just choose this female. That's my default starter. I don't know. She seems nice. She seems pretty. So her name is A, which makes sense. And we're just gonna go camping really fast. And we're not gonna do any crazy character overhauls.
Approach, my child, and choose where your new life shall begin.
So we're gonna
The
go
woods
camping.
can be so peaceful this time of year.
So
Good
you
hunting.
can see Ren's shrines. Been updated here. Or sorry, stunning statues. Smintex or meshes. What else is evident here? Lighting looks decent, but there's some. It's a little bit brighter actually than I usually like it. Usually EOE makes the interiors really dark, but not the case here. Really bright, but I still think it looks pretty good. Noble, yeah, noble interiors. And then we'll take a look real quick, just how the camping landscape looks like right outside Helgen. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Okay. Some slowdown, just loading in. A lot of bloom. There's obviously mixed opinions about the bloom. Hey there, Anduin. I don't know, I really like it, especially just that cinematic feel. It just looks so cool. So yeah, it's really bright. Obviously it's saturated. I'm gonna pick up some stuff. And we'll just go for a walk real quick. But I think it's, I don't know, really cool. I have a huge problem with this texture transition, man. I'm not sure how to fix that yet. I know it's futures textures. I just don't know what I want to replace it with or how I want to go about that. So, yeah, generally just really happy with especially the ways the trees look in the lights and the shadows on them. This may be a bit too much bloom. I kind of take some of this back. But yeah, oh, I just also got real roads, better roads. One of those actually adds 3D meshes to the roads, which looks really great with this is futures textures for the roads, and I'm really enjoying it. Along with better roads, I need to figure that out. Whichever one it is. And yeah, what I do like about this bloom is that it fixes a lot of this LOD issues that is known in Skyrim. It looks just much better than having no obscured sort of vision at a distance. Also really like the rocks. These are futures rocks. They should all be futures rocks, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll just go and walk to probably Riverwood to get a good look around. There's some tree textures popping in, but some stuff can't be helped. Yeah, so I think a lot of this is just the ENB making it look so good. I'm pretty happy with most of the textures. Verdant, of course, looks great. Trees, SFO, okay, except for the spider ones. I'm gonna have to shoot some wolves. Hold on. I do this so much, man. I'm always having to kill these wolves. I just feel really bad at some point. Maybe they won't come. Usually they're standing right there. If I can just sneak by. Yeah, good enough. Just sprint away. Yeah, realistic waters looks pretty good. I like the variable flow rate that's actually been added here. I missed parallax on these textures, but see if someday Boris can get that in. Anything else I want to point out? Problems? There are lots of problems, but I think it's a good start. Yeah, Riverwood looks quite well. And this area here in Riverwood used to just crash my game.
A dragon! I saw a dragon!
JK's Riverwood.
What?
But it's pretty good now.
It was as big as the mountain and black as night.
Yeah, no frame drops or anything. I also need to figure out my farmhouses. I've got a bunch of different farmhouses, just overriding them, and I should probably just uninstall all of them because it's a lot. You can see the light popping in. It's fixed by going third person like this. Now I can look around, there's no, crazy lighting issues, but for whatever reason, if you zoom in and see how it gets really bright, I'm not sure if you can see it, so, yeah. And that's sort of what my game looks like right now. There's a lot of things I need to fix, but it's a work in progress, so I'm gonna go ahead and quit. Okay, so that's just a real quick overview. This was mostly a test, but hopefully it gives me and anyone else who sees it a good idea about what I'm recording with OBS and yeah, my Skyrim setup. So thanks for watching.